Wait a minute, what am I doing? Two men and a what? Two friends from film school, one who graduated, one who did, and they decided to make a podcast. Okay, this has never been done before, right? Okay. This is Matthew and Harrison's Two Men in a Movie. It's not what it sounds like.
I'm just now learning what, like, Mogdon and maxing and, like, that kind of thing.
Maxing
I've known a little bit.
I've been using maxing a lot. I just finally understood, like, I've grasped, like how when you go from, like, speaking English to, like, speaking English.
Yeah.
Like that jump, the cadence.
Yeah.
I've gotten the cadence down for mogging.
Oh, I'm not, no.
I use Chad, Are We Cooked a lot, too. I like doing that a lot. Like, Chad, we cooked.
Oh, I
love saying... I'm becoming an old man who's going to be using the latest slang. I'm going to be one of those guys. Just because I'm so online that, like, even though I'm not working amongst the youth anymore, like, I still have, like, direct access to, like, the zeitgeist. So I have all the latest slang poured into my eye holes along with horrific abominations that should never exist. And orangutans. That's my three main info. Like, I'm being not Agent Oranged, Clockwork Oranged of Generation Alpha slang, horrific stories from the news, and orangutans. They're like, this is gonna do something.
What a combo!
Someone recently asked why I'm like this, and I'm like, if you saw my algorithm, you would know. Because I'm like I'm way more hooked in than anyone should be for their mental health, and it's a weird combo of shit that's being shoved directly into my cerebral hole.
Sure.
Also good news. I have acted in such a way to cause another terrible relationship to perish.
Oh, hell
Not
yeah.
my mother's.
Oh,
I told Mel this news. She's like, please tell me it was Amy. I'm like, it's not. It's another friend. But she's finally broken up with her shitty boyfriend.
Hell yeah, dude. Is it the one you gave money?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
2 for 2.
Hell yeah.
I'm 2 for 2 this year. I'm the Grim Reaper of cis men. They hate to see me coming. Bang, bang. I see a bad relationship, and I say this will not do. Girly, you deserve better. Break up with him. And then after he's laying there in the sands of the West bleeding out, I get back on my white horse, and I just go to the next one. Someday I'll get my mom out of it. She's my Moby Dick.
Insane. I thought that had ended.
No, it did for a bit, but I don't get it. I don't get it. I also just found out today. I was talking to her about it because my grandmother was on speakerphone with my mom, and she's like, "You don't want him to die." I'm like, "I'm literally going to buy like a nice German cake and champagne when he dies. Like, we're going to have a party. Like, that's not a joke. I'm going to buy some real nice champagne, and we're gonna have a nice little celebration for it, and several people will be happy." But it turns out he doesn't watch a lot of Fox News.
Okay, define a lot.
He sees it when it's on at work.
Okay.
Which makes the statement that Trump is a very smart man more confusing. Because that means he's come to that conclusion on his own.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how. Anyway, not that. Whatever. People are weird.
Maybe he's a snuff film enjoyer.
Maybe.
You hear about Trump's snuff films?
What?
So I read this today. His Iran war updates are like 2-minute. I'm gonna call them like or edits. They're probably just a 2-minute video. Sure. But imagine being an or edit because it's funnier.
Yeah.
Of just shots of Americans blowing things up in Iran.
Sure. I did know. I had heard from past speechwriters that, like, in the Situation Room, they basically had to bullet point everything. It does not shock me that they, at this point now, it's is Subway Surfers playing underneath?
Probably Temple Run.
Temple Run, yeah.
Something like that. I don't know. It's gonna be a rough summer. Food prices are gonna go up 60%. Probably because the fertilizer's not getting through. So, I guess fertilizer's doubled in price or something in America. So, maybe Iran will just send us fertilizer. That'd be based. There's a non-zero chance they just send the American citizens food. And then they send Trump food, but it's like bad food. It's rotten. It's not good. It'd be very funny if they did that. And Iran does a lot of funny, good things recently.
Yeah?
They've been dedicating like every missile they launch to someone who died. And it's been all the recently it's been all the people who died from ice. Like, there's a picture of the nurse who got shot recently, and it's like, this missile is dedicated to our esteemed enlightened brother, a victim of the Epstein class,
yeah,
and the fascism of the ruling American class. I'm like, The Rock, I'm sorry. I don't know how you're going to swing opinion with a false flag. The guy comes out on television. He's like, we're going to do this attack. This is when we're going to do it. This exact time. And then they just do it. That's mogging.
Sure. I have no idea. I refuse.
They're mogging on the ruling class of America.
So mogging is like flexing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not like exactly, but very close.
Okay.
Also, they're discovering what like people on Twitter, leftists, have known for years, which is that Iranians are really good at posting. So they're winning the posting war too, which I think is the most important war.
Yeah?
Because like Trump's like, we'll both control the strait. And then they like retweet him with like a picture of like a steering wheel, then like the little kid steering wheel. It's like, that's so fucking good. I don't think they're good. They keep talking about like the false flag. I'm like, I don't think that's gonna. It's everyone. First of all, we're all talking about how there's gonna be a false flag.
Mm-hmm.
We all lived through 9/11. We all know. So I don't think it's gonna work. And I just think there's too much goodwill for Iran at the moment because they post funny memes and not AI slap. Speaking of, do you know what this fucking fruit shit is? I asked Joe and he didn't know. So I guess he's old now. But Fruit Island.
What?
Have you heard about this?
What? No idea what you're talking about.
It's this new TikTok, which is apparently blown up to millions of subscribers. And I want to say it's called Fruit Love Island. And it's like AI, I don't know, I guess a romance show. But they're like little Pixar fruit people.
I've never heard of this. I not even like don't know what this is. I did not know until 2 seconds ago that this existed.
Yep, it's really I only have this picture from Know Your Meme, and I start seeing the occasional meme about it where it's like someone said like, it may seem extreme, but I can say without any exaggeration that I'm a higher class like of being than this person. And someone's like, my mind is blown by the last episode of Fruit Love Island.
No idea.
And I guess like they're doing hear me outs, but they're people from it. And it's like, and people are like, I've never so clearly seen someone before that only has white noise in their head. It's like the purest form of slop enjoyment. Millions
sure
of subscribers.
No idea. I'm not online. I have no idea.
That's true. No one is on as line as I am. I've discovered, to my detriment. I'm too online.
Mm-hmm.
I need to pull back. But I don't know. It makes me feel. It helps me feel young, knowing like what's happening, the new stuff, the new zeitgeist stuff, like Labadoos,
Labubu's.
Yeah, and Fruit Love Island.
Why? I don't need to know about either of those. It does not.
I just like to have my like finger on the pulse of the zeitgeist.
Why?
Because because that's the health of society. I like to know how everyone's doing. Normally bad recently. You know, chat we cooked, but I don't know. I like to be horrifically informed.
Sure, dude. I don't care what the kids are into. I'm almost 30.
Especially with that stuff, it's I don't know, because what the kids are into speaks a lot to like what's going to be happening in media, what's going to be happening in technology. So I don't think this is going to go anywhere. I think it's the last gasp of AI, because what Disney pulled out, and Sora's gone, and every AI data center in the Middle East has been blown up by our glorious friend Iran.
Mm-hmm.
The Iranian bots gone from Instagram.
I know.
Only wins. They're giving us only wins. But I think this is like gonna be the last thing. Like 20 years from now, when someone's in HDMP, hyper digital media production,
Sure.
this is gonna be like a chapter in their book. It's gonna be like Fruit Love Island. Or maybe not a chapter, but like part of a chapter.
AI will be a chapter, and then there will be a footnote in a paragraph. Sure.
It'd be like, this is like the only thing that like kind of got successful, like as a organized thing.
Yeah.
I think it is the only like, because nothing else has been like, this is our AI product, has like been like media wise has been successful. Like what happened to Tilly? I think they killed her.
Tilly?
Yeah, or the AI actress. Remember?
Oh, sure. I didn't bother to learn her name.
Kind of misogynistic.
I didn't bother to learn the AI actress and the AI musician's name.
Yeah.
No.
I forgot the musician already. I forgot that was a thing.
That like Timbaland signed some AI musician.
Yeah, that's gone. Tilly's
some
gone.
Like AI rapper thing.
I think this is the only thing that's had any lasting impact. Like as like a product.
Maybe.
As like an organized single unit of production. because obviously AI is like popular amongst idiots, but like it's like more generalized things, and it's not like this is my show I watch that's AI based. But I guess people are really into catching the new 30-second episode of Fruit Love Island.
Insane. That's okay. Well, good for them, I guess, or bad for. Well, it's bad for them.
It's
but,
bad
like,
for them. It's bad
It's
for everyone.
It's yeah, dude. I don't know. Chat we cooked.
Chat we cooked. I just missed the day. I was telling Joe about this, and he sent me a really. He's like, I prefer my shit handmade. He sent me a really nice handmade dumb thing. I'm like, that's back in my day when things blew up. It was dumb in hand. The closest we got to AI was Twitch Plays Pokemon. Remember that?
I do.
That was good.
Yeah. Community building and like.
I want my artisanal shit. I want my memes that look bad to be artisanally made to be bad. I want to see shitty like JPEG compression. I want to know that a person downloaded it incorrectly by hand. Like there's intent behind that.
Yeah. I agree. I have nothing to add on this point. I just agree with you. Like, make shit. Like,
make bad shit. That's fun. That's what the internet was made to be. The internet is supposed to be. There's like awful looking memes, cringy kids on YouTube, and snuff films that shouldn't be on the internet but keep getting uploaded to websites.
Yeah.
And bum fights.
And Weird Al albums that you think are real albums on like Pirate Bay and shit. Like you download
Newgrounds.
Ooh.
Thing Arena 3.
And like I don't know. I don't know. Not for the youth, but for adults, we throw in like pornography and that kind of shit. But like,
I think we should go back to more generalized or more not generalized, but the more specific forums. You know, I'm always on this.
Sure.
Or like something awful where like it's close where there's a bunch of things, but people tend to stick to their things. It's not like you're like I have no idea what's happening in the watch thread on something awful. Like if you go to Reddit, it shows you everything. Like you should be able to. I should have to like search in a search bar to find what I'm looking for.
In theory, I agree with you.
Or
Absolutely.
like I'm gonna go to the forum for this.
Sure.
And I think we should go back to like specific porn sites,
like fet sites, or like
oh, this website, like this is like the alternative girl site. This is the ginger site.
Sure, copy. Yeah, I'm on your side there.
That rocked. Kids today don't know how much it rocked finding the site you wanted to find. You're like, oh.
I would be interested to know the what's the word I'm looking for? Economy, but like the monetization shit on that for how like people make money versus like OnlyFans it will probably still exist or stuff like that. But like
just being the aesthetic,
like Pornhub versus a more like specialized site, like what the distribution is for the individual
if it's just one
artists.
company that owns them all.
Oh, sure.
Like I prefer it separate, but like I understand, like you said, the economy. Like I'd be fine if it's just separated out, like aesthetically. I just think that was a good aesthetic for the internet.
You mean like when Pornhub more had like the different tabs?
Yeah, more. But even if like Pornhub just kind of like makes these sites. So all the ad revenue is going to one company so they can sustain
But there's no home base? Okay.
There's no home base.
Okay, copy.
So I have to go to like gingergooch.com for my redhead porn or eroticebony.com.
Sure.
Those were better days.
They were simpler for sure.
You have those. And then if you want a more general experience, you go to like your PMV site.
Sure.
Discover some new music. That just added a new one to my girl pop playlist. I was jacking off. I heard a song I never heard before. I'm like, hang on. Hand off cock. Time to Google. What's this song? It rocks. Put that on the playlist.
Yeah.
Better times, man. Let's just go back to the early 2000s.
I mean, instead of a war with Iran, we're at a war with Iraq. Like,
yeah.
If they still don't actually have weapons of mass destruction, it's the same. Like,
at least we know how many Americans would be dying. That's the thing. The kids today are missing out on a really critical part of a Middle Eastern war, which is the daily updates on how many Americans died. Man, back in the day, you know, you make your popcorn, you turn on your television, you'd be told what color of terror alert you're at, how many died in Iraq, how many died in Afghanistan.
Nah, I think the kids are better off. I get what you're saying. I think the kids are better off.
I don't think we are. I think we should know. It's more than 13.
Nah.
which is the official.
Nah, it's only 13.
It's only 13.
Yeah, I 100% believe the government on everything, especially this.
On average, half of them in American died in each base they bombed, like got rid of.
Makes sense to me.
I do like I've been seeing the videos where they're just like marching out. Like all the Americans are just marching in 2 lines out of the bases. I'm like, man, they're decolonizing ridiculously fast. I don't think it would go this quickly. But we're gonna be out of the Middle East in a few months, which is good. Hell yeah, Iran. Welcome to the 2 Men on a Movie podcast, where each week one man shows another man a movie he can't believe he hasn't seen. As always, I'm your soon-to-be Iranian citizen, perhaps, eating Turkish delights, which I don't think are an Iranian thing, but they're in the region. I enjoy it quite a lot. Host Matthew Olenchek, joined by my Turkish co-host and co-husband Harrison Poole. How you doing?
I'm fine. When was the last time you had a Turkish delight?
It's been too long.
I mean, agreed, but like
Years. I used to have it a lot because I would go to this because I was an only child to a single mother. So during the summer, to make sure I didn't just rot in the house, she'd drop me off at some camp of some variety. And there was this YMCA sports camp. So this was my summer day. I would go with her to her workplace. I'd play Harvest Moon on DS. I would then be taken to the camp and do sports. It was when I was my most athletic. I was bronzed with like that sun bleached hair. But the Muhammads were one of the families I would go there, and they'd always bring Turkish delight.
nice. That's
So
beautiful.
I ate a bunch. Yeah, they were great.
That's beautiful.
Hope they're doing well. They rocked.
Last time I had a Turkish delight was we were reading Narnia in school, and the teacher brought them in one day.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's a nice little tie-in. I don't think we ever read Narnia.
Okay, well, I went to a church school.
I was about to
They,
make a church school joke. Yeah, look, we read like The Outsiders. I remember reading a book that was like written in Ebonics, which was like hard to read. I don't think that was a great choice for the book.
What book was it?
It's about a trial, like a black teenager. Like it was a good book to read. I think it's a good book to have kids read. It's like the injustice towards minorities in this country. But so much of they were doing that thing where they write dialogue in an accent, and I remember it being really rough to read. Where I'm like, you should take it. I understand what you're going for. You should have taken like one step less, because this is like not great to read.
Sure.
And we read The Great Gatsby.
I read Outsiders and Great Gatsby just for fun, but we never read them in school.
We also did The Hobbit, because that's a short book, and because the movie was coming out, so they wanted.
Nice.
I think the teachers wanted to go see the movie on like the school's dime.
That's awesome.
It's like how we had a psychology class. So we just watched Inception one day, and the teacher, Mr. Power, was like, "We're gonna watch Inception today because it involves the mind, and I haven't seen it yet, and so that's what we're doing."
Nice.
And we just sat there and watched Inception because it was on his list.
Yeah, we did To Kill a Mockingbird. I read Outsiders for fun. In years past, apparently they did 1984, but they didn't do it for our year. And I don't know if that was like a couple years they just hadn't done it, if what they replaced it with, but like they replaced it with something.
We also had a current affairs class, like a little kind of like elective thing that we did. Also run by the same Inception teacher, and that's where I watched the Boston bombing live. Because we were talking about something else that was happening, and he's like, "Oh, hang on," and he like brought it up. He's like, "Oh, let's watch this current."
We had we had a current events thing tied into our
He
history
rocked.
as opposed to like its own separate thing.
Yeah, he was also like the history guy.
Nice.
He also during study hall, it was during like the OGT testing, which I tested out of like first time I took it. So I had like for the next 3 years, there was a week I did nothing for like a period. So he was running one of the, he was like, "You can just hang out with me in my room." And that's where I first saw Wonder Chosen. Cause I was just sitting there like working on something. He's like, "You ever see Wonder Chosen?" And I was like, "No." He's like, "Oh, you're going to fucking love it." And then he put on like the Slave song. He rocked. I hope he's doing well. He rocked. He was also the hot teacher that all the women were like, "Ooh." And I remember one time because I was coming to classes before everyone was in. I'm like, "How's it going?" He's like, "This fucking kid." 'Cause he just had a kid. He's like, "Just want to play video games. So I have to take care of this goddamn kid."
Sure.
He's so real. I hope he's doing well.
I hope so too. Also, yeah, I mean, yeah, valid. You're allowed to feel whatever, but you also
Yeah, he was happy to have a child.
Yeah.
But it's the annoying part of having a baby is that they can like consume so
every
much
waking
time,
moment.
yeah,
Yes.
for quite some time.
Yeah.
Later on, you get a bit more time back, but when they're a baby, you gotta like feed them. You gotta hold their heads up, like 24/7.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, you can sit them and like.
Well, then they fall over. They don't know how to sit up yet, so you gotta hold them, and they gotta move them around because I don't think they can walk till like 3.
Walk.
I don't know when kids walk. 3?
First steps are generally around 1.
That's so early.
Most kids, their first steps are around 1-year-old.
Got into an argument online about this because someone was saying I was stupid for guessing 3 years. I'm like, I don't know. There's no kids in my life. I don't know what goes on. I didn't talk till I was 3.
Huh?
I was completely silent. Then one day when I was 3 years old, I just started talking complete sentences, and I've never stopped. I think I was like gauging the room. I was like gauging the vibe of the establishment, trying to figure out what's good and what's not. And then I was like, all right, I understand. Time to perform. I did a little tap dance, and then I said something relevant to the year 1998. Maybe Robot Wars. Maybe I said I'm a huge fan of that television show, Mother, Robot Wars. More of that on the television, please.
Nah, I'm trying to think. I would apparently very, very young in like baby babble get on stages and just babble sermons.
That was the most Protestant fucking childhood story. They're like, oh, he's so precious. Look at him. He's doing a little sermon. The Lord is with him. Yeah, my mom said I just kind of looked around like I was taking everything in. She said that I took 3 years considering what my first words would be. Because I just look around, like really intently. Like something would be happening. I'd be clearly focusing and paying attention to it. And then my first words were like, more Robot Wars, Mother.
My first word was cookie.
Did you get a cookie?
Probably. I don't know. It was like 1, dude. I don't know. Around 1 is when first word. Like a lot of stuff happens in.
I mean,
the like.
Look at that picture. That's a man who's taking That's a baby who's taking everything in.
Sure.
Already a bit upset by what he's seeing. There's a bit of hauntedness in that baby's eyes. When are you gonna give me a baby picture of you to put on my wall?
I don't want to.
Why not?
I don't have one, and I don't want to go through the effort of getting one.
You gotta talk to your parents.
That's fine. Yeah, go for it.
Hey, Mr. Poole, do you have any large pictures of baby Harrison? I would like to put them on my wall if I could. I do have the biggest one. That is a ridiculous.
Yeah, that's a very large.
The older I got, because I was always hanging up in the house, the older that I got, the more obsessed I got with that picture, because the more I realized how insane it is. It looks like it belongs in a manor.
That is the picture a single mother of an only child gets. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's intense.
So I brought the movie this week. I brought the Lonely Islands 2016 follow-up to Hot Rod. Thematically follow up to Hot Rod. Popstar, Never Stop, Never Stopping. It actually has nothing to do with Hot Rod. It's just like the second time they were given the amount to make. Like,
I like it more than I do Lonely Island.
Okay.
I'm not a big Lonely Island guy.
Interesting.
It's not bad. I'm
Sure.
not like they suck. I just don't like them. I don't like to listen to it, rather. It's not that I don't like them.
It's not a thing that I regularly return to, but when it's on, I think they're very funny.
I'm not sure. I think I would have liked this more if it was like a mini series.
Okay, that's fair.
It just feels like it's a sketch that they have to stretch out to a movie length, and so they end up doing that thing where it's and then storytelling because they have to constantly like do ridiculous things to keep the thing going.
Sure.
And I don't think it's bad, but I don't think it's good.
Interesting. For my money, this is one of the 10 funniest movies of the 2010s. Maybe one of the 10 funniest movies ever made. I've seen this movie 3 or 4 times. I love this movie. I saw this in theaters like freshman year of college, laughing my ass off in the theater, thinking...
It's weird because like it's not that I didn't find it fun. I was laughing, but I'm also like, when is this going to end? Which is a really weird feeling where I'm like,
I never had that.
I'm like, this is just okay. And then it's like, it's funny. It's just real long. I don't know. It's a surreal experience for me. Because it's not like I was like, I don't like this. I'm just like, What's really going on, huh? Every joke's funny. I just feel like they're just kind of stringing stuff together to make a movie. Though.
See, I disagree with that. Structurally, this is like a documentary. In that, I mean, it's a mockumentary, of course it is, but like structurally, I feel like this movie. I'm very happy we don't have more. I've seen the deleted scenes and they're also very funny. But like I want more of the movie, like, as the movie goes. Like, I saw this in theaters, like, laughing my ass off, thinking to myself, like, this is going to be fundamental for my generation. This is going to be, like, one of the big tentpole comedies. And then it bombed horrifically. And it's not an expensive movie. It's, like, $20 million.
I mean,
which is,
like
the...
I think I like the parts more than I like the whole, for sure.
Sure, fair enough.
Because like if I saw each part individually as like an ongoing sketch series, I'd have the same opinion about it that it's funny. Just I wouldn't be like, but I just think it's too long. I don't know. It was weird. It's because I like everything about it. I mean, I don't like that Taylor Swift. I don't like any slander against Taylor Swift.
Why?
Well, you know, I'm very closely connected to her.
Yeah.
To my uncle. Yeah, she's a queen. She would never do anything wrong. She's the perfect Aryan princess for the new Reich. I liked Seal was in it, and that was funny. Just they could have just had him in it and not done anything with him, and I would have been like, "That's funny. That Seal's here." If you put Seal in anything, I'm like, "Why is he here?"
Every time I watch this movie,
the horses.
Every time I watch this movie, I think to myself, it is insane that they got to make this. How, like, in the sense that, like, yeah, it goes, like, in a sense that, like, you feel it goes on and on and on. In me, it's like, it feels more like Elevation and how they managed to, like, tell a pretty constructed story within the sketch format that, like, this does feel like a series of sketches put together, but there is like the overall through line of the three friends, and like it structurally it does have, like, you see the skeleton and it has bones. Yeah, this is a mockumentary following Andy Samberg, who plays a character named Connor Friel, who his stage name Connor for Real. He was a member of a group, a trio, a white boy Jewish hip hop trio,
copying off of Tupac,
copying off the Beastie Boys, called Style Boys, with a Z. And then there was a big split where Lawrence, one of the Style Boys, went to go live on a weed farm.
I guess that's one thing I wish this movie did more, and it's literally be like one scene. I wish they touched on the Beastie Boys connection a bit more, because there's some, like, I think there's some good comedy stuff there. Like the early Beastie Boys story is a bit silly, if you know it.
Yeah.
Like with the ice cream cake whale. You know about that?
Yes, vaguely.
That they got the money to like record their first album because one of their like mix tapes was picked up by like a company that makes ice cream whales, and they used like it in like a commercial, and then they sued them. And it's just so silly that I'm like, just a little nod to that would have been nice. But that's just because I'm a huge Beastie Boys guy.
This is a deleted scene, but what actually happened in the Style Boys canon is that their manager was the bartender of the club that had the open mic. And then he quit bartending to be their manager, which is why they have the one joke when he's like, Tony, bartending, Style Boys, Connor Friel. Like, when they have the downward that's bartending is supposed to be a callback to that he was the bartender before he quit to.
Okay.
But that's in a deleted scene. A thing I really like about this movie is, with it only being 85 minutes long, is you basically get all the information you need. There is not a wasted second, in my opinion. I know that you feel like it goes on and on.
I don't even think there's a wasted second. Like it's this weird Schrodinger's movie for me, where it's not that I think it drags at any point.
You're just like, what?
It just feels like it's a sketch that goes on for a movie length. None of it's like drags, or I'm like, this is too long, or like this is wasted. I don't know. It's weird. It's hard for me to explain how I feel, because it's not like I'm like, this movie was too long. I'm just like, it just feels like a sketch that's really long. Okay. I don't know. It's weird. It's hard. I can't put it into words.
I got you.
I didn't dislike it. I wasn't like, oh, this should be half the length. It was like, it just feels like it should, not that it should be shorter because it would be better if it's shorter. See, like, you know how like when Bilbo gets the ring in Lord of the Rings, his soul gets stretched.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like that. I don't know. It just feels like its platonic ideal would be shorter, but it's not.
Okay.
I think just because it feels like a sketch.
It definitely, yeah, it has the sense of
So
like.
my brain's like I'm watching a sketch, but then it's like 83 minutes long. So maybe there's just like dissonance there where I'm like, when are they going to cut to commercial?
And Hot Rod doesn't have this feeling because they didn't write Hot Rod.
Yeah.
They directed, starred, produced, and maybe rewrote some of the jokes. But like Hot Rod was written by, I want to say Pam Brady. I could be wrong there. But Hot Rod was like written by someone beforehand. Well, this was like written by them. This is their sensibility. This is the thing that they do. And the thing that they do is sketch. And so I can understand how you get that feeling.
It kind of feels like one of those SNL movies where it's like from a sketch, you know?
Sure.
Like the What Is Love one, Roxenberry, Night of the
Night
Roxenberry.
of the Roxbury.
Like this feels like a movie made after a series of sketches.
Sure. But it isn't.
But it isn't.
It's a completely original, like...
It feels like this is a compilation of like a really successful sketch series on SNL. Where like they did for a year, they would just have like these sketches that slowly, if you put them together, make this movie. Because all the music ones are always a bit of a side. I did really like when Barbie came. I like the Pete, I'm Just Pete, because I just think it's a good tune. He does a good job remixing it.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that he's aware of himself.
But when I say that this is, in my opinion, one of the 10 funniest movies of the 2010s, I have spent I've spent all day just quoting random shit from this movie that no one else has seen. I've been quoting shit to Joe and like other
Just
coworkers.
shit and they're like, can you stop quoting this movie?
I've
Can
been
you
like,
please go back to putting dates on pizza dough?
But I've kept being like, what if a garbage man was actually smart? These are your preconceived notions that we're tearing apart.
I mean, I can't say anything. There was that in summer where we just were loudly singing about fucking a frog. So
yeah.
that's just the me and you experience, is quoting things that people they don't know.
That's so fair. And I've been like, she wants me to bring her to climax.
Poor Joe,
Physical
too.
efficiency.
Joe's no chance. Joe's no chance of knowing what you're fucking talking about.
He said he might watch this movie.
He might watch it now that he knows about it. There's
Yeah.
no chance he had seen this movie.
Why? This is one of those that anyone could have randomly seen this movie.
I just don't think you would have ever seen it.
I mean, yeah, 6 people went to see it at the theater. I get it. Nah. When I went to see it, not opening week, but like 1 or 2 weeks later, it was less than half full.
It didn't make like $7 million or something.
It made like 9.
Jesus Christ.
It was a $20 million budget. It made like
Jesus
9 million,
Christ.
which is a bummer. This is, I was so confident that this was going to be like one of the movies. Like I'm trying to think of what is our generation's like those types of movies.
I only see movies that are extremely successful. That's not true. You'd have to give me a bit, but I've definitely seen a movie that, Valerian in the City of 1,000 Doors, I think it should have done a lot better.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like whatever big cultural movie we like that has like lasted years. I genuinely thought that the internet has kind of destroyed that in a way that like the internet has destroyed the monoculture, but this was like before the real damage was done, that I thought this was going to be like the last gasp of like we were all gonna know fuck me like we fucked bin Laden, and we like those
I love how
it's a
like
hologram Adam Levine.
I love
thought that
how
was gonna
like
be like a regular joke.
Like, because obviously you were wrong because it bombed, but how obvious to me you were wrong because I never had this thought because I didn't see the movie.
Yeah.
And no one I knew saw the movie.
I watched this movie and genuinely something about it was like, this is so synced to my DNA that like that this was gonna be huge, and it just wasn't, man. This is technically the Lonely Island's 4th studio record also. Their last 2 studio records are just soundtrack albums. Not just soundtrack albums, but like their soundtrack albums. This might be I mean, I have not done a deep dive into their music since like early high school, but like high school. But this might be the best collection of songs. I love this. I don't know. There are songs I like more than other songs, obviously. I don't know if there's like a song I dislike in this musical. Also, I've been quietly going around being like walking through a forest like a retarded Tyrannosaurus and like Joe having no.
I love that that today where people just were like, this person's fucking insane.
But true,
Has anyone seen the movie?
No one has.
Everyone just thinks you're fucking insane.
But I've just been like bubbling to myself, like, what if a garbage man was actually smart? These are your preconceived notions that we're tearing apart.
Today you were Ben. This was a Ben move. This is what it's like to have schizophrenia, I suppose.
But it's walking through the fort, like it was just so. Well,
I get, even if I'm not a big fan of the music, he's good at it.
yeah,
It's not like it's bad music, because there's like bad music that's bad, and there's good music that's bad. There's good music that's good, and I would say that this is probably good music that's good. It's not the music I listen to, but I wouldn't say it's bad music that's bad.
Sure.
I wouldn't say it's bad music that's good.
He's
He's competent in what he does. This Andy Samberg is going to be going places.
I love. I've also been like not gay, like just
Well, that's just something you have to say because of the allegations.
not gay.
That's what I say every day.
But I can't. The government has to say not gay, like. Just
Fucking see.
Seal's great at this. Everyone in this movie is great.
Anytime Seal pops up, I'm like, what's he doing here?
He's out here living life, man. Seal's attacked by wolves, and then Imogen Poots leaves Andy Samberg for Seal. In the movie, now I'm just talking a little bit about the deleted scenes. In the movie, it's as if Connor is let go from the tour because of poor sales, and Aquaspin lets him go for that reason. And that they take Hunter the Hungry, who's a Tyler the Creator parody, obviously. That like, especially that era of Tyler, that like it's just like a poor sales thing. But in the deleted scenes, what actually happens is that he goes to visit his fiance Imogen Poots on set, and turns out everyone on set every night has like big orgies in their hotel room, and he and Imogen Poots have a fight, and then they both go to the orgy not to sleep with each other, and then Natasha Lyonne pegs Andy Samberg hard over a grill of a brand called like Tepper or some shit, and it's Aquaspin's biggest competitor, and so he can't be seen having
Getting
pegged. Oh no, not even getting pegged. He can't be seen enjoying himself on the competitor grill, and so they let him go because it was as if he was promoting the enemy. it was a lot more.
They'd prefer he got stuck inside a washer and pegged.
Yes. No. Well, they would have preferred that he got pegged on an Aquaspin grill. Like, it was a lot more convoluted. A lot of the deleted scenes are just like, the drafts are a lot more convoluted. There's also 2 more B blackouts in the deleted scenes. Like, that's a recurring joke that comes on.
I think Lady Gaga would be fun.
I'm shocked there weren't more like Lady Gaga style. There wasn't like that kind of character.
I'm going to say it's because Andy Samberg, as I said, is going places. He has good comedy instincts. And that was already incredibly overdone in the 2010s.
For sure, that makes sense. Also, this was this would have been after her. No, this would have been the Joanne era where she was going country, like for that one record.
Oh yeah.
So, which is like a great album. I love that record, but not a fun era of Lady Gaga to like poke fun at, you know?
Yeah.
But nah, this movie like has very like astute takedowns of just a bunch of the like weird sponsorship that doesn't even kind of make sense to the musical tour that would eventually go on to be like.
Is that a reference to something that happened in the music industry?
Probably. It would also go on to be like the Staples Arena, like that kind of, or like the DraftKings Arena, like that kind of thing. Where why does DraftKings own an arena? Like why is this Why is this?
DraftKings makes the most sense.
Yeah,
Well, because that's like betting.
sure.
So that it is like what does Staples have to do with sports? There's no printer paper in sports.
There's a lot of printer
There's no
paper
pens?
in sports. There's a lot of pens in sports, just
Right,
not on the
You don't know
field.
what you're talking about.
No, just not.
You
on
never
the-
had any connection to the sports industry. You have no idea what you're talking about.
I
You
used
never
to work
had.
for ESPN.
You never worked for anyone.
I used
You
to work for ESPN.
You have no idea what happens behind those closed doors.
Okay. Anyway, this movie's great. It's simple. It's funny. It really does, like we said it earlier, it has like a really good emotional core of the three friends and how like Connor going solo is like giving him this ego, but in the end they never actually needed him not to be solo, but they wanted to like, they're the Wu-Tang Clan, but better. Actually, no, never mind. I heard it like... You're like Method Man. You got to make your solo album, but you still a part of the Wu-Tang Clan. Or you're like the Giza. You get to make your solo album, but you're still part of the Wu-Tang Clan. Or RZA. You got to make your solo shit, but you're still the Wu-Tang Clan. We're the Wu-Tang Clan.
Also, get to make some movies if you're RZA.
Yeah.
Should be more kung fu in this movie. There shouldn't be. I would just love kung fu. I just like seeing kung fu.
I would love to see this also. Mockumentaries don't. This is kind of like the end of. I mean, it's coming back with like the new Scary Movie, but like parody movies. I guess you would this be considered like a parody movie? Because I know like it's not parodying. It's parodying like a genre or an industry more than it is like types of.
I think any part of this that would be considered a parody movie is vored by the mockumentary title.
Sure, I got you. But yeah, like that kind of, these are just like, this is a time capsule of a movie that doesn't get made anymore because it makes zero money. It loses money it loses money every time.
We're going to make $1 million when I make our Euchre King movie.
My real talk, I want to make a mockumentary that is like Spinal Tap or Popstar, but for the Christian music industry.
We're going to whale you. The whale you. Yeah, we're going to put you in a big fat suit and get a lot of controversy about it.
And, I wanted to like follow two people.
Like Creed?
No, like CCR, or like that type of industry. There's a lot of jokes there.
I'm familiar with that industry. I know it exists, but it's not. Most of the Christian music I listened to growing up was organs and monks.
Sure, I got you.
And Creed.
Yeah, but anyway. We can go scene by scene, but then this is a type of movie that I don't want to spoil for people. I want people when they watch it to like wash over that. Like,
I think it's
these
a movie
jokes,
that what's the issue with comedy is that it going scene by scene, that's not good.
Right.
Someone describing a comedy to you sucks, actually.
Sometimes, for sure. But like, yeah, it like removes the surprise.
If you came to me and like told me, like if someone comes to me and starts describing like a stand-up special to me, I want to die. Just show me the stand-up special.
Like, yeah, that like me telling these jokes out of context, I feel like when you watch it makes like, oh, that's what that is. That's also really funny. As opposed to me being like, so they sat down and in 2011, Macklemore released a song called Same Love. And then it would like, just like breaking down the joke is, which we can do whatever, but that's not as entertaining as like, I very much want this to be a surprise, whatever references you can catch are like, oh shit, they didn't even mention that one. Like, but yeah, it all culminates at the end at the Poppy Awards, and
Is it a real awards?
No.
Thing? I don't know much about awards. I'm simply like, I don't know if this is real. Good.
And it's a big moment of friendship, and it's just a good tale of what happens when this is a good tale.
My lord, it's a good tale.
This is a good tale of what happens when like you forget your friends and then you remember your friends, and it's a good bonding of like, you know what, there are people who were there from the beginning and they really love you. Also, it's one of the most dense. It's also one of the most like joke dense movies released in a while. I love this movie. Go watch it. Highly recommend. Also, yeah, remember also this is 2016 and certain jokes and blah, blah, blah. Like, the thing with comedy is sometimes it ages like milk. I actually think that for the most part, this movie has aged pretty well. That does not mean that certain jokes are not stale. That you have to remember what it was like to be 18 in a theater, like, watching this. But yeah, go watch this, please. Make this a bigger hit than it is. Let the Lonely Island make more big movies or even more small movies. Like they did the 2 HBO like mini sports docs, and then they did the Bash Bros musical, and like they've done stuff like over the last decade, but it's really been scattered. And I want the group together again, and I want to see. I want to see what they come up with.
Now.
I know, that's awesome. I want to see these old dads. I want to see I want to, in a way that made they, like, before Rob Reiner passed, or before he was murdered in 2024, they released Spinal Tap 2. What's Popstar 2? I don't literally want Popstar 2, but like, what's been stewed in their head for a decade that give them $30 million to make it. Like, I want to see it. I want them to make more cool shit. Also, both Akiva and Yorma. Akiva had the Naked Gun movie come out last year, and Yorma has
was that last year already?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And Yorma has the Jason Segel, Samara Weaving Over My Dead Body come out like soon. And I really want to see that movie. It looks so fun. It's also produced by the guy who directed Atomic Blonde. And on that note, do you want to do socials?
Yeah, if you want to see the teasers for the Euchre King documentary in like 10 years, and this is after you've died, with your last word being Geneva, after you fall out of your Euchre King wheelchair, I believe is what we said was going to happen in a hotel room. This is after I've completed my arc as your manager. Elvis Presley's manager.
Yeah. You're Tom Hanks and Elvis.
Yeah, I'm Tom Hanks. I'm speaking in a weird accent. I have many canes. If you want to see in like 10 years the first trailer for that, you can follow us. I'm running out of ways to tie these in. 2 Minute Movie Podcast on Instagram. Like, not even like. Apparently, I haven't created a Euchre King one, which is wild. Considering you're going to be a public figure.
You should create it.
In 10 years, I'm not going to have one. I'm going to be promoting it on the 2 Men Movie Podcast Instagram. It's the canon of the storyline. If you want to email us your castings for who should play who. Who should play me in this movie?
In the Euchre King movie?
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield.
I was going to say Austin Butler, but unironically, I think Andrew Garfield would work. I think that'd actually be really good. He can make his neck do the thing my neck does because of bad posture. Yeah. Okay, so you can send us your casting ideas to 2menmoviepodcast@gmail.com or, any X-raters you want. If you want to see the trailer, that will be on our YouTube, 2 Men and a Movie Podcast.
Store in the description.
Store in the description.
Marvin the Movie Walrus gives this 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up.
He appreciates it.
He did. He whistled the entire time, which is how walruses laugh.
It's a little... some of the jokes went over his head. He didn't quite understand. He's a little young.
He's a little young, and he's also a walrus.
But he very much enjoyed it, and he liked the emotional core of friendship. And you can find me on Instagram and Threads at harrisonpoole.com. That's HARRISONPOOLEDOTCOM, harrisonpoole.com. Or you can find me on Substack at Harrison Poole's Routine Maintenance and Letterboxd at HDPOOLE124. If you're a comedy booker or like a venue owner, a bar owner, venue owner, club owner, you can email me if you like to book me at harrisonpoolecomedy@gmail.com. I'm really trying to make this my full-time job. I've talked to a couple. No, never mind. I'm really trying to make. I was gonna say I've been calling a couple people in Akron to like try and rebuild the scene. Specifically, if you're an Akron business who wants to do this, the pandemic killed this scene, and a couple of us are like trying to
It killed a piece of Little Donuts and Cab.
It did, and like some of us are there's like 3 of us who are really trying to rebuild it, and you can can right now, before we set up anything official, you can email at harrisonpoolcomedy@gmail.com. Thank you so much to Tristan Hostetter for our theme music. Thank you guys for listening. Tune in next week for Underworld Rise of the Lycans.
Yeah.
The prequel, and probably the last Underworld we're watching.
Yeah, we're only doing the trilogy because I need to get to my next trilogy.
Anyway, thank you so much for listening.
I'm gonna find a movie that's horny that you agree is horny. I swear to God. I'm fumbling it because as the movies go on, they become less horny and more romance. But maybe you'll find out. Maybe that's what you'll find horny.
So long and good night.
Hugs and kisses.
This is Matthew and Harrison's Two Men in a Movie. It's not what it sounds like.